watching TV9 Digital. I am Adarsh Vepachedu. While COVID-19 vaccination for those in the age group of 18 to 45 years is currently underway, with a few hiccups, there is a growing need to initiate vaccination for children between 0 to 18 years old. There are three reasons for this. One, 0 to 18 is the only section of the population that is yet to receive immunity in the form of a vaccine. Number two, data indicates that the proportion of children affected by COVID-19 was about 4% in India during the first wave, and during the second wave, it has shot up to between 10 and 20%. Number three, this could be an indication that more children may be at risk of contracting COVID-19 during the third wave, that which health experts have been constantly warning us about. The solution is vaccination. And in a positive update, Bharat Biotech is set to begin Covaxin trial for 2 to 18 age group on June 1st. And on the other hand, 20 children between 12 and 18 years successfully underwent phase 1 trials of Zydus Cadila's ZyCoV-D. To find out how long before we start vaccinating the children and why we should urgently vaccinate them, I had a word with Dr. Venkat Rao, who is the principal site investigator in the Covaxin human trial and professor in the Department of Community Medicine at the Institute of Medical Sciences and Sun Hospital in Bhubaneswar, one of the hospitals where the phase 3 trials for Covaxin were held.
Many thanks, Dr. Venkat Rao, for speaking to us. Firstly, please tell us why it is important to urgently vaccinate children and where do we really stand on this front? I say this because the number of children getting infected is growing exponentially with each wave. And health experts are saying that children could be the main target during the third wave. In states like Rajasthan and Karnataka, for instance, we're already seeing an alarming number of children getting infected in the latest. Your thoughts, please.
The problem is, this is an RNA virus. RNA virus is known notoriously for mutation. And
Right.
every new mutation, out of 100 mutations, at least maybe 5 may be favorable and the 95 may not be favorable. Like if we compare the first wave to second wave, earlier one, there was older age group were affected. Transmissional potential was low and the mortality was low. The second wave, all these aspects has become much more furious, and the younger generation started being affected and lot many people are dying in the young age group. So definitely the trend, if you look at that, children and young children and adolescents are likely to be affected most likely in the third wave, if at all there is some kind of a new mutation. So this is very important that we should protect our children before something really goes out of our hand.
Okay. Doctor, countries like the United States, Canada, Singapore, and the United Arab Emirates have already approved the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use in the 12 to 15 age group, 12 to 15. The European Medical Agency is also in the process of reviewing the use of Pfizer vaccine for kids. Given all of this, why is it important for India to not be left behind? And how long do you think before we actually start vaccinating the children with Covaxin, that is, after the process of clinical trials?
See, what happened in case of Covaxin, in phase 2, already it was tested from 12 years onwards.
Okay.
Phase 1 was 18 to 55, but phase 2 was from 12 to 65. And in phase 3, because it was a clinical efficacy study, again it was reduced from 18 to 55, 18 plus. So all age groups. Now, having considered that in phase 2, we have already seen that the Covaxin is safe, immunogenic, and is able to tolerable among children. So India is not left behind, but we need to ramp up the fast production and the fast completion of the trials. What the Covaxin is now looking for is from 2 to 18 years. So the whole age range should be covered as early as possible. So for that, probably from the 1st of June, they are planning to roll out the this vaccination trial.
Correct. So this is phase 3 particularly, you were just saying as to how phase 2 you already checked as to how whether it's efficacious or not. So we're particularly talking about phase 3 that will begin from June 1st, right?
Yeah. Phase 3 basically they look for the efficacy. In
Correct.
phase 2 they have looked for immunogenicity as well as safety profile, and we are very sure. Moreover, the point is Covaxin, the composition. If you look at that, it is the inactivated coronavirus
Right.
And if you compare with the JE vaccine, for example, Japanese encephalitis vaccine, which has been millions of doses have already been used, the composition is one and the same: aluminum phosphate, phenylpropanolamine, and the virus particle. So we don't have to be apprehensive. So the younger age group can comfortably be given, but BCGA has to follow the norms of conducting a clinical trial, and which should be available very soon.
All right, so we're well on track. Now, Doctor, the medical community has largely been calling for three things: one, effective; two, safe doses for children; three, before the third wave arrives. Will Covaxin be able to meet these three requirements, given that we only have to finish phase 3 of clinical trials now?
These first two requirements is the ability to protect and the safety profile. I mean, immunogenicity, ability to protect in the sense that the immunogenicity has already been proven. Now the third wave, as the epidemiologists are predicting, it may come in about 6 to 8 months.
Correct.
I don't think there should be any issues, but on war footage basis and for emergency use authorization, I think it is absolutely doable. And it's not a question of whether doable or not. It is the need of the hour. We need to do it by any means.
Right. So approval again is one side of the coin. The other more important one being going ahead and vaccinating as many children as possible before the third wave really arrives. If I were to just take a small detour, looking at the pace of vaccination so far, does it inspire confidence in you, say, once vaccination for those above 0 to 18 begins?
Definitely, there are no issues. I personally, I feel that there is no issues. There has been some logistic issues because of the size of the population in our country. And there was a sudden boom in the demand because when in the month of January the vaccines were rolled out, many sites were complaining that the people were not turning up. And all of a sudden, when the second wave started going up, and people became very panicked, and they failed to realize that the vaccine will not be able to protect at least 60 days from the day of the first dose. So having considered that, the sudden demand has gone up, but nevertheless, if it can be possible if we can have to roll it out.
All right, all right. Lastly, Doctor, it's still, should we say, the ending of second wave, and we're already beginning to see a dangerous trend from states like Karnataka and Rajasthan, where hundreds of children are testing positive on a daily basis. How ready do you feel are we for a third wave? Yes, you have states like Delhi, Maharashtra, and Karnataka that are forming task forces for children and are also setting up special pediatric COVID care centers. But are we lagging behind somewhere? And how else should we ideally be preparing right now?
I should not say that we are lagging behind, but our activities are already on track. Pediatric task forces are being formed even in our state also, and the discussions are already going on. And for that reason, we don't require any specialized services per se for the pediatric population, the COVID care center or anything. But because the pediatric people, the doses and everything, the health manpower, the infrastructure in terms of health manpower need to be planned well in advance so that we are in a position to handle the crisis, if at all it comes.
All right. So bottom line, you do feel that we are getting ready and we are on the right track for wave 3.
Definitely, definitely. There are several challenges in front of us because of the sheer number of the population, but nevertheless, we are able to face it and we will be able to do it comfortably.
If you've liked the information that I brought to you, make sure you like and share this video, and yes, subscribe to TV9 News on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Until next time.